Hi, welcome back to Life with Lou. Today I'm going to cover off a little bit about Center Parcs and the spa experience that we had there. If you haven't been here before, hi, welcome, I'm Lou. We cover travel, lifestyle, top tip style vlogs. And we're really delighted to have you on the journey with us. So thank you for joining us today. So Tom and I recently did a 1-week stay at Center Parcs Longleat, and we had the most incredible time. And part of our excitement about going was to go to the spa. And the spa is called Aqua Sana. Now, all of the spas at Center Parcs have had significant investment since 2020. A lot of them were closed for a period of time, and Longleat has had £3 million spent renovating, upgrading and elevating the experience. And I have to say, it felt like money well spent. So we couldn't film a huge amount in the spa for obvious reasons. It's a place of relaxation. There are people in their swimsuits who probably don't want to be filmed. And there's also a lot of steam rooms, and steam rooms and cameras do not mix. But we did capture a little bit of footage that might give you a sense of the experience there. Aqua Sana is based near the Sports Plaza in Longleat. It's just probably no more than a 3-minute walk from that location. And it's got this kind of old style Greek temple look to the outside, which actually feels quite dated. And so when we walked up, I was a little bit apprehensive about, is this going to be the experience I expect? When you get into the main reception area, you'll walk into a modern, airy, welcoming space. There is space on one side where people are having nail treatments and maybe pedicures, and on the other side is a small shop that you can look at. And Center Parcs even has its own skincare range. And I have to say, we did try some of it in the spa and it was really nice. We got a huge welcome at the front desk. It's important to mention that when we visited the spa, we went twice during our trip. The first time was for a 3 till 6 p.m. 3-hour slot, and the second time was from a 6 till 9 p.m. slot. And both had quite different experiences. And I want to kind of be open and honest about how we found those experiences. But we'll take the first time that we attended the spa. So really great big welcome. You get a really nice Aqua Sana bag that they'll tag your name on. That has your robe in and it has a towel in it. And this is the bag that you are encouraged to walk around the spa with. You should be in your swimwear. And they don't provide any footwear. So if you're wondering if there are flip-flops or slippers, there aren't. Now, really, fortunately, we took our own. And that was a bit of an afterthought. We weren't planning to do that. And then we thought, actually, it might be a really good idea to do that. So just factor in, you do need to take your own footwear in with you. And because there is outside and inside experiences, I really do recommend that you do take flip-flops with you, because you probably will want to step outside and you probably won't want to do that barefoot. Once you get into the actual spa area, the female dressing room is really modern. Again, for people's privacy, I haven't filmed that space. You do get a grey rubber band when you go to Center Parcs, and this unlocks the door to your apartment, and it also unlocks the lockers at the subtropic swimming area and also the spa. Our experience of being in the spa on this first time was that the environment was very quiet, and I think we just lucked out. We chose a good time of day to go and on a day that there weren't many people, and that was the Tuesday of our trip. So we were there from 3 till 6. It was springtime, and so it was very light and bright. And you will have a series of 15 different experiences at the spa, Predominantly, these are steam rooms. So if you are not good with steam, then you might want to think about whether this spa experience is right for you. And the reason I say that is I would say probably over half of the experiences are a steam room of some sort. Now, what's really nice is that the spa is split into different zones. So you have a volcanic zone where you will have a steam room, you will have a sauna, and also an area of mists and showers. And as you can imagine, because it's called volcanic, it's very warm and humid in this space. They also have a relaxing fireside nook in this area where you can relax and lay down and have a little nana nap if you want. You then have a forest experience, and this was by far my favourite area in totality. You could have steam room experiences where you were sat on little wooden tree trunks and there was mist and you were surrounded by the sounds of the forest, and the room itself had really beautiful 360 imagery of a forest. There was also an incredible alpine steam room in this area, and also different sprays and shower mists in this area as well. You then had some outside space which had a kind of Nordic restful room that you could go and sit in, that was heated and warm. You had outside hot tubs, there was an outside swimming pool, and there were some other steam rooms that you could try as well. And the most amazing thing with all these steam rooms was the different aromatherapy scents that you experienced in all of them. By the time you come out, you are feeling very relaxed. You will have got rid of all of the bad toxins out of your body. You would have really let your pores open up. There is water with lemon at a station if you are thirsty, and you should drink lots of water while you're in there. And then there was also an ice room where you had shaved bits of ice to cool your body down. And there were some really incredible relaxation spaces. There are thermal beds. There are 2 areas with thermal beds. One is in a forest cave, which was truly magical. And I would really recommend, you are going to be in there for 3 hours. And even if you love the person that you've gone there with, you might want some time just to be and chill. And so Tom and I both took a book in, and we read for a good hour of our time in the spa. So would really recommend that. And the experience is free flowing. So you can go in these rooms as many times as you like. You can go back to your favorite spaces and really just enjoy the overarching atmosphere of being in the spa. When you come out of the spa and your 3 hours are sadly up, you will find yourself back in your dressing room area. And here there are showers, and the showers have Elemis products. So really nice high-end beauty product, really nice shower gels and shampoo. And both Tom and I washed our hair the first time we went and said it was a really nice experience using all of those products. So a really restful experience, and it's £70 per person. That is for the 3 hour experience. You can pay more money to either eat in the cafe, have an afternoon tea, or have a glass of fizz. So there are some additions that you can add on. Now, we didn't experience that, and we did say we might like to next time because it's a different place to eat. And that restaurant is really nicely done out as well. So that's something to bear in mind. So our first experience was really positive, really relaxing, and for £70 each, we thought reasonably good value. Now, Tom and I have done a lot of spas, so we quite like to compare the difference between them, and we put this up there in our top 3. We really felt that it was atmospheric, it was really relaxing, and there was plenty to do. It wasn't just a pool and a jacuzzi and a hot tub and a steam room and a sauna. There was lots of consideration and thought into all these different areas, and we loved that. Our second experience was a evening slot from 6 till 9 on a Thursday evening. Again, we were super excited, and of course we came with the mindset that we had previously been there and had an amazing time, and we were fully expecting to repeat that experience. When we got there, we were welcomed with the knowledge that there were going to be 26 women in a large group also in the spa with us that evening, and the spa was going to be extremely busy. So immediately you're put on the back foot from that, with the view that we should go and put all of our stuff in a locker right now because there might not be space once these women arrive. So that was a slightly negative start to our spa experience. Now, when these women arrived, it was explained to them that they could not go round as a group of 26. And I should say, these women were lovely, by the way. They were part of a breast cancer charity, and the CEO of the organisation had treated them all to a spa trip to say thank you. So this is all wonderful. However, there were a lot of them. And even though it was suggested that they split into groups, a lot of them hadn't seen each other for a really long time. And what that drove was very loud, very excitable conversation, and a lot of conversation. The first time we'd been in the spa had been a very relaxing, quiet, subdued, and considerate experience. And there had been very few people. The second time we went in that spa, we felt like we were part of this party with the 26, and I could probably tell you more about their life experiences than I care to. And it wasn't their fault. It's not a criticism of them, but there was no spa etiquette. There was no kind of relaxing, quiet, peaceful moments. It was just walking into steam rooms filled with conversation, and that hadn't been the experience we'd had the first time round. So my recommendation is really think about the time of day that you're booking and the day that you're booking. If you have the privilege of going to Center Parcs on a Monday to Friday trip, I would suggest not booking it on a late session on a Thursday or Friday, because you're more likely to get groups from the outside. And that's an important thing to note with Aqua Sana, is it's not just the guests staying at Center Parcs that can go. Anybody can go and just go for the spa experience. So it drives a lot of people into Center Parcs who aren't staying there. And that was the situation with these women. They'd all come from Bristol. They were travelling down for the experience of the evening and then all driving home. And so there was a sense of they had a finite amount of time together, and therefore it was a real bonding and chatty experience. Brilliant for them, not so brilliant for us. So think about the time of day that you're booking, and my recommendation would be that kind of 3 till 6 slot fairly early on in the trip was a nice time to go. You're probably not going to get many people from the outside in also doing that. Now, of course, factor in time of year as well. We were April, we were outside of the school holiday period, and therefore Center Parcs in general was quieter. Was it worth it is the most important thing. And I think the answer is yes. You know, £70 for 3 hours in a highly experiential spa, in my mind, is good value in comparison to other spa treatments and experiences. You can, of course, have treatments there as well. If you want a massage, you can have that. A facial, you can have that. We didn't do that. We just paid for entrance into the spa itself. I would say it is worth it, but I would also factor in the time of day in which you go, and just make sure that you're kind of picking a time that generally should be considered off-peak, so you don't have that really busy experience. Now, I can only speak from going in spring. As we ramp up into summer holidays, I have no idea how busy that spa will get, but I'm pretty sure Center Parcs is going to take money for people wanting to go in there if they can squeeze them in. So it's something just to factor in. Also, because of the sheer volume of people that were there on that evening, when I came out of the spa, it wasn't even worth my time of day to try and have a shower. I would have been queuing for probably 20 minutes to do so. And so Tom and I had already made a deal that we wouldn't do that, that we'd quickly get dressed, we'd leave the spa and we'd shower back in our apartment when we got back. And actually that really impacted the end of the experience for me as well, because I wanted to be able to end with this wonderful relaxing shower using all that LMS product and going home on the land train feeling really, really relaxed. What actually happened was I walked into a very stressful and busy changing room, scrabbled together to put my stuff in a bag and left. And that's never how you should leave a spa experience. So I would just reflect on that. If it's busy, it will impact your enjoyment. So just think about time of day. But I hope this has been helpful. If you're interested in knowing more about Center Parcs, we've got loads of vlogs on here, so please go and check them out. And I hope that the information is useful and maybe somewhat enjoyable. But delighted to have you on the journey, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks, bye.